All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful day. The title of the video is says it all. I'm not I'm not responsible for these people's deaths. I'm just doing my job as a United States citizen, right? So I'm not going to be held liable for it. So, but we got some beautiful skies out there. I noticed today. What is today? Is it Thursday? Sure is Thursday, and there is garage sales all over in town. So make sure you check out your local garage sales in your town. And we got some beautiful skies out there. We got a couple clouds, but all glory goes to God always. Uh, the King of Kings, right? But a beautiful day. It is hot out. And you have to be very careful on these very hot days because, you know, a storm could pop up anywhere. So be very safe. And we do have a couple darker clouds out there right now. And the sun is just blazing out there, right? But yeah, yeah. Don't blame me for your madness in your country. Don't blame the citizens. It ain't no law-abiding citizens. It's the people that are controlling the White House and controlling everything with violence, right? If if they don't get their way, they're opening fire on you. Simple as that. Uh, you would think the government would be smart enough and bring in real people, but they're just mowing people down. They're just mowing people down. They will get what they want. Uh, it's horrible what happened in Chicago. It like erupted everywhere in like three places, right? It was unreal. But you know what? When you ain't got proper government or security and a force to do something, these animals are going to run wild. We haven't even seen the tip of what these people do. They're going to run wild. They're going to control the cities. They already are, and they're going to control everything pretty much. And whenever one of them gets popped, Trump's name gets, we're doing it, always. So I don't know how this is happening, but they're just eating the shit out of America. It's unbelievable, and they're just running everyone's name into the ground. It's unreal. I don't know Trump. I'm a YouTube creator, right? We all throw things out there, whether they're real or not. That's not our job, right? I mean, if you're a respectable channel and you got a bunch of views and you do a bunch of crime stuff, then you want to research stuff, right? But, I just fly by the seat of my pants. And the reason I do that is because I'm not in YouTube for money. It's obvious. Or views or subs. I've been on YouTube for many, many years. And they wanted me to be a puppet, right? Sing, play your guitar, Johnny, and that's it, right? We don't want nothing else. We don't want no. We don't want your opinion on anything else. I broke away from that, got into other stuff, DIY, crime. I do a lot of stuff on this channel, and they still try and control me and say, "Well, you're doing too much. You got too many videos. You're doing DIY. You're doing this. You're doing that. You're doing music. You're doing skits. You're doing movie. Where do we play? Well, that ain't my problem. You know, it don't say I can't do many things on YouTube, right? People are stuck in one genre, and that's it. That's all they know. That's all they know. They don't do anything else. They stick to that genre, and that's it. They don't venture away and do anything else. They stick to what they're doing, and I understand that. That's what they know. That's their bread and butter. That's what they know. But over here, I do all kinds of stuff, and I don't fly by the rules. Uh, I mean, certain rules I do on YouTube, but I mean making content. Uh, whether it's filming out my window or doing DIY or just talking, whatever, conversations, whatever. And I can't believe they're still trying to control me. Like I told a lot of people, you think you live in a world, and slavery is still real. Human trafficking is still real. It's never left this country. It's never left the earth. It was going on before Jesus, and it's still going on. Drugs and everything. You want me to put my life in the hands of these people and give these people weapons and stuff, and they can't even stop drug cartels. They're afraid of the drug cartels, right? They're afraid of the clubs, the secret societies, and everything like that. And now I understand why they can't do anything, because most of the people that are sitting in high power belong to these organizations. So if they took them down, if they took the organization down, secret society, elite, whatever, they'd be they'd be taking themselves down. And that's why we're seeing what we're seeing in America, where you got the body count is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I don't blame other countries for putting out, do not send your kids to America or visit America. It's too dangerous. I agree 100% with them. It's not the America it used to be. It'll never be what it was. The faster these people realize it, we would love to go back to what it was, but it'll never be. You got to change, overcome, adapt, and move on. Most of us are dying, not by our own hands. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to care. And that's why we live in a country that was sacked numerous times, sold. Why do you think they can't get nothing done? Because they don't own this country anymore. That's why. And then they can't get nothing done. It just goes in circles and circles and circles. A curse, maybe. Some say it's a curse. Well, it might be. I don't know. But I'm not held liable for these people's debts. We've been telling the government lock down. They don't listen. We've been telling the government, we've been telling the world, we're under attack. No one listened, no one cared. People took it into their own hands. Nothing I can do, not my problem. Folks, here's our main problem is a dysfunctional government that is so corrupt. You'd have to clean the whole thing. You'd have to fire everybody and bring new people in. It's impossible. It'll never happen. Now, these people already killed me. There's plenty of proof of that. I'm here by the grace of God still and alive, trying to survive and trying to live comfortably amongst my means of being poor. Uh, and it is true. If you piss on their Cheerios and don't go with their plan, they will steal everything from you. And they will run your name through the ringer, poison you, witchery, sorcery, experiment on you. And you want to blame me for their deaths. Well, it ain't working that way. Um, and it just ain't happening, right? And they keep sending magic, sorcery, witchery. And 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 what's hilarious is they're not doing anything. That tells me they want the American people to stand up and attack these people physically, mentally. with real rounds, right? That's what it's telling me. And so many more is they want the government don't want to do their job no more. They want the American citizens to step in and do something. But then when the bullets start flying and the bodies pile up, the government's crying and who goes to prison? The people that stood up for their country in the madness. It's a catch 22, folks. Sad, but that's the truth. Sure, we need Jesus. Sure, we need God. Well, he ain't here right now, I don't think. And that's probably why we're in the predicament we're in. And I didn't create this predicament. I'm not in Congress or Senate. I'm not in the government. I'm a citizen. I'm here to voice my opinion. You know, we got a lot of people that think they're better than me, better than yous, better than everybody, right? That they're above everyone, even the law. I would say they did it pretty much themselves. They did it to themselves. They hack your channels, they steal your views, they send people in to try and destroy your channel or get information. They're spies. Spies, right? I got women, oh, he treated me so bad. I don't even know who you are. I never met you, woman. I have never met you in person. You're full of crap. I have no idea who you are. But I'm used to people riding on my coattails my whole life. So that's just part of it. So all I can say is hunker down in the USA. It ain't going to change anytime soon. And I can tell you pretty much Trump's been listening to Yes Man. And as soon as Trump walks away, Yes Man says, screw that. And nothing's getting done. I don't know if Trump thinks he's got such power where he just says something and the whole world does it. He's not Jesus. He's not God. There's nothing I can do about that. People are not going to do it. They're in the job for the money. One day maybe Trump will understand that. He's like, well, why didn't they? I told them to do that out in California because uh, they're yes men. They'll tell you yes, but as soon as you walk out the room, they're doing something totally different. Uh, and what does this say to me? Well, it says to me that nobody likes Trump. They're just all acting. They're just all acting. They're all acting. If anybody really liked Trump, they would have changed everything in California. If they really liked Trump, they would have changed stuff in New York. They would have done a lot of stuff. But you gotta you. It's like certain people will listen to Trump, but then certain people won't. They'll put on a show why he's there. They'll get a photo. They'll, oh, yes, sir. But as soon as he walks away, they don't do anything he tells them to do. So that's what we're in. The predicament in is because we don't like him, and so they're not going to do anything or whatever, right? Now, I'd say it sucks. You know, if he was God and told them people to do it, well, then maybe it'd be different and they would do it. But they're probably not doing what he's telling them to do. So that's why it's right back to square one, right? So it's very interesting. And this is a movie channel. The things I say are not real. It's all scripted coming out of my head. It's a movie channel. Haven't killed anybody. Haven't tortured anybody. Haven't hurt no animals or nothing. It's all acting, improvising, yada, yada, yada. But people tried to have me killed. They tried to have me locked up. They tried to say I was completely nuts and I'm a hazard to my life and to others. When really I'm the victim and I'm the one that's been tortured. And they're using Trump's name. And they're using politics and religion and the churches to do it. And they're using friends and family. Yeah, yeah. These people are actually traffickers and sickos and pedos. And it's like they flock to Trump. And I noticed that in some of the music people saying, what was Jelly Roll saying? Well, Jesus was around sinners all the time, and yeah, but you guys ain't Jesus, right? Jesus came to save the sinners, um, but you guys ain't Jesus, right? So uh, that don't make sense. I mean, and now people are saying Jesus was the ultimate outlaw. Oh my God, how can they say that about Jesus? Jesus never lifted a hand against anybody. His words was his weapon, right? He never raised a hand to anybody. He was not an outlaw. He was wanted, but not because he raped, pillaged, and stole and killed people. No, he was wanted because of the words and the things that he was saying wasn't in danger to a government. No, that's blasphemy for saying that Jesus was a wanted outlaw, a madman. No, he was for the sinners, but only to save their souls. And I think he told most of these people that were sinners not to sin again or not to uh, rebuke it and ask for forgiveness when you do stuff like that. But don't kill people, don't steal from people, yada yada yada. We're living in times where your own family will steal from you, lie, cheat, and kill you. Right? I was never married. No, my father, well, he was married two, three times, whatever. I was never. But then again, I got the same name as him. And I imagine the same black line that was drawn on him was drawn on me. Some of the government people are saying you should change your name. Maybe I will change my name. My name was all I had. They stole everything else. Well, just keep that in mind, folks. Man, I'm not to blame for these people's madness. Like I said, I'm not. No, who am I blaming? I'm blaming our government that claims to be the greatest thing in the world, but cannot control its own people. It cannot control its own people. It cannot bring justice to the streets and societies. Why are we paying them? Is my question. I'm just being honest. If you were working on a job and you weren't able to do the job, what would happen to you? You'd be fired. What are we seeing in the streets in America, everywhere, society, in our schools, everything? Madness. Who do we pay to protect us from the madness? The government, the police. And if not the police, the military. But they're saying you can't do that. You can't bring in the military. Well, we're under siege. We're under attack every second, every day. If it ain't by their demonic demons and witches and goblins and goblins, it's by the corruption amongst our justice system and cities and town halls and committees. That's just my opinion. Do I have a beef with Trump? No. Other than no one's doing their jobs. They're saying they are. They're making it look like it, but there ain't nothing getting done. And the new big beautiful bill that they're going to try and pass, what's in it? I can tell you, I'm going to be a lot poorer. I'm already poor. I'm already poor, but they're gonna make me a lot more poor, supposedly, from what these people are saying in this bill. The bill is going to take mainly from the poor and the middle class, and the rich are going to walk away. Uh, Not complaining, I'll tell you that much. Hell, you can't even get a doctor in this town to save you or give you the proper medication you need. They got everything in this little town so planned to try and kill me, to steal all my inheritance and money that I haven't even got because they're trying to track down who stole that. And I imagine I'll never see it because we know how these people are once they get a bunch of money, whether they have a badge on or they're sitting in the FBI office or Homeland Security. You ain't ever going to see that money. Ever. A bunch of lies that these people been putting out. Now I know why these people took things into their own hands and did what they did. I'm not going to blame them. They're sinners. They were forced into sinning. They were forced into taking things into their own hands. I don't blame them at all. Now the whole USA is going to be losing their minds, including me. What do you do? Who knows? Get ready, folks. I imagine they're going to go rabid. How'd they do it? Rabies. Rabies. What was sun rash was actually rabies, and it spread like wildfire. Yeah. And a couple other things. Like I told you, you got the right people in the right place at the right time. Uh, these people can make 50 million people die like that fast, spreading disease and everything, and then covering it up. Yeah, outbreak. Whew. That's what you want to call it. I call it slaughtering. They're slaughtering people. Population control or whatever they call it. I don't know, folks. Be safe. I don't have all the answers. God does. And a lot of these people think God don't like them. And what some of us are going through. That's in the back of my mind too. But I keep going forward, with or without anybody. I just keep going forward. Right? That's all you can do. Pretty much, there ain't no one going to save you because these people wrecked all your friendship connections with everybody. They've spread so much lies. Nobody wants to help you. What do? I'm going to tell these people what they have to do. If you have to defend yourself and kill people to do it, you have to. It's either you or them. I'm not going to lie to you like this government and everything and tell you everything's fine as they're sticking a knife in your back and twisting. Now I know why these people are defending themselves and just killing people that come to their house and cause trouble or whatever, or even on the streets. Just, I don't know why we're paying anybody anymore because they've taken over the police stations, they've taken over the stores, they've taken over the fast food restaurants. They tried killing 2 or 3 cops out here, uh, and numerous places through McDonald's. Yeah, someone was working at McDonald's and poisoning people as they went through, and he thought he'd be funny and poison a cop, and the cop flipped out and almost died. Man, you got problems in America. We tried to do our best to let these people know. No one listened. The body count got higher. People are being poisoned. Water tainted. Food tainted. What a mess. But this mess has always been here. You can't blame Trump. You can't blame them. It's always been here, right? And so this has always been here, folks. It's called population control. I mean, that's what I've been told. Population control. Mhm. Yeah, so no matter what, eventually they'll get to all of us. Bring in new people, maybe. I don't know. Well, I'm just like the rest of you folks. Nothing we can do but pray to God to protect us, forgive us. And we've never killed anybody or raped and pillaged this whole world or anything like these other. How are these people getting away with it? There's evidence they've been stealing, but they're supposed to be God's people, and they're stealing. It don't make sense. I think the whole thing is a charade. I don't even think the government is as powerful anymore as they think they are. I think the prisons and the gangs and the clubs and the secret societies really are running the show. Well, enough with this. I'm at least voicing my opinion until they kill me, which probably won't be too much longer. I know a lot of people are saying just shut your mouth and it'll go away, but I'll never get anything back that I had. I'll never get my health, anything that, nothing. right? These people really pull. I never killed anybody in my life, and serial killers that have killed 20, 30 people um, have more pull than some of us citizens, or have more rights than us. It's just horrible. It's really horrible. And they have no proof of nothing. They got no proof of nothing. Not a dang thing. Some of them were made fools out of because they made reports and everything, and the people went through them reports and they're like, that never happened. Why would they? It's called corruption. Yeah, because that cop and his friend, that was a woman that was related to him, or his sister or whatever, did something to somebody else. They did that, and then the cop, next thing you know, he made up this whole thing and didn't add up. And every yeah, it's called corruption and abuse of power, abuse of authority, and they've been doing it for a long time. Not only to me, to many. And if I don't do what they want, they'll take my Social Security away. They'll take my health care away, which they don't cover anything anyway. I haven't been to the doctor in probably 4 years. Should I be? Yeah. But I know that I'm not going to get the proper stuff. I've been through this, but just go to the doctor. You go there and oh, you're perfectly fine. No, I'm not. Oh, it's just, oh, go get your glasses, right? And you end up, you never get them. Go get a new pair of teeth. You get this, that. Never got them. You paid for them, but someone else is wearing them. It's called Medicaid and Medicare fraud. Or it's called these people are racist. And because you don't believe in that or you don't support it, they steal your stuff and then they try and kill you. I don't know who did this to our country and to us, to me, but they're very demonic, very evil, and this is putting a message out to all the world that America is full of crap, and you want me to support America when they're raping and pillaging and killing people and refusing medication to them, covering stuff up. I can't. I'm going to be the first one to tell you, you guys are full of crap and you're killers and you're hiding behind politics. You're running to Trump. You're crying. You're running. You're doing everything. You're spending money to attack people and try and kill people. You're hiring hitmen. You people are not under God. Your leader's not under God if you're doing it for him. But that's what's happening. We catch some of these people in their first thing out of their mouth. I know Trump. You want to see a photo of me with him? Not really. So LaGrange, Indiana, there's a little town and it's corrupt. From what everyone's telling me. And now it makes sense because the people that are calling to get help to the police are showing up telling them, if you call us again, we're going to have to take you down to the station. Well, listen, I called for the old lady down the hall that was being harassed by one of these guys. And for you to show up here and tell me if we keep calling you to this complex, you're going to arrest me. When all I was doing was trying to help the old lady down the hall because she said every time she calls, Either they don't show up or there's nothing they can do. And they tell them that it's a civil matter. So that explains what's going on in this little town. And I know these ladies will drive you nuts. But I did my job as a United States citizen and someone that I don't hate elders. They will drive you crazy, but I don't hate them. And I'm not going to sit there and watch somebody get abused or have a problem and not call the police or the ambulance if something was wrong. And that was my first mistake because then everybody turned their back on me. Oh my God, he called the authorities to help her. Well, it ain't worth it to get involved, I guess, right? So the old saying, just don't pay to be good. So that's why we went ahead and decided we don't need the LaGrange and Indiana Police Department. We might as well fire them and then hire a legit police department and and security because they're corrupt. What police officer that you live in a complex and people were being harassed uh, by some biker guy, and you call the authorities and they come and tell you if you call again they're going to take you away. What police department does that? Can you explain that? I can tell you a corrupt one. You know, even being around a cop makes people nervous. I know it makes me nervous, right? You piss them off or say something wrong. Next thing you know, you're zapped and on the ground. Well, what can you do? Nothing. There's nothing we can do until Jesus comes or somebody that sees, that knows righteousness and the righteous and it's one thing to sin, but ask for forgiveness for your sins. That don't mean you can go out and kill people and ask for forgiveness and everything. You're breaking God's laws. You can ask for forgiveness, but I've never been in that circumstance where you killed people. One of the top laws of God, and then your whole world goes crazy. I don't know. I've never experienced it, nor do I want to. Well, I'm just here making movies, making a YouTube channel. That's what we do. Putting out content, talking about stuff adult wise, and these women, they send their women. They won't send their men. They send their women, right? They're all doing this witchery, sorcery stuff. I don't know how to do witchery, sorcery, and I'm not going to learn. I'll let I'll let the Lord handle the mysterious work and the whatever it is, magic or whatever He does. I just find it disgusting that we keep lying to ourselves. We keep lying to ourselves. Yes, it's the greatest country in the world compared to others, but we're lying to ourselves. We're lying to ourselves. That's my opinion. Now, I want you folks to have a great weekend. It's 4th of July. Be safe. It's going to be hot and you're going to have fireworks. Be safe, folks. Make sure you have a garden hose wherever you're at, or water to put yourselves out, or put out fireworks or whatever, or even the grass. But I've been shunned and cast away, and everybody's been striking me for every single thing I do. That's okay. I guess I'm not cut out for this world. I'd just be tortured again and stolen from, anyways. Right? So it's no biggie. But you folks have a great day. God bless. Don't be depressed. We all make mistakes. I forgive everybody. And I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'm not going to attack anybody. I'm not going to lie. Do I want to? Yes. But once again, what you want to do and what you do are two totally different things. I'm not going to do anything. I'm probably going to die. And you know what? I'm gonna have fun, uh, or at least enjoy my life while I can. This whole thing, oh, they're buying you a stairway to heaven. Yeah, as they torture me all the way. I don't think so. I think I learned to just handle things your own now. Don't bother with the cops. Don't bother with them idiots. I guess they're making us. They're leaving us no choice but to join some kind of an organization to have protection. So now I look around for the most deadliest group around. If I'm going to join somebody, I'm going to make sure I'm going to join somebody that's going to get the job done, right? I don't know. It's just a thought. I don't mean I'm going to do it. I just ain't cut out for this world. Now, you folks have a great day. Keep an eye on the weather. Don't believe anything you hear or say. Believe in actions. Believe in what you see. Don't believe in a world of mystery and love that never comes because you'll be waiting around your whole life. Move on. Find love. Find a good woman and enjoy life together while it lasts. Now, you folks have a great day, and I'll be back later. Maybe not. Maybe I need a vacation from this country. You folks have a great day. God bless.